Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our deciding game number 3 here in the Summit 5 Europe. It's Empire taking on Ad Finem on the top side of the upper bracket, double elimination format with Alliance and VP set to play soon on the other side of the bracket. I'm LD. I am joined here today by Swindlezz for game 3. Thanks for sticking around, Swindlezz. We were talking about a little bit in between game 2 and 3. I was slightly favoring Empire. You're slightly favoring Ad Finem, but I think after seeing them get the Doom first, I'm really favoring Ad Finem now. I want to flip-flop. Can I flip-flop? Can I join Team Swindlezz? Are you guys recruiting? Also, I think you're muted.
Yep, that would. Yeah.
There you go.
Man.
Get it together, man. Come on. You represent America. We expect better of you.
Earth Spirit DP. I love Scandal's Death Prophet. Doom is definitely a Doom, but you know he's been nerfed like 6 patches in a row. People didn't used to pick him. And Doom I think did like twice as much damage.
Doesn't feel like it. I mean, he has been nerfed. He was even more ridiculous, but he's still really strong.
Oh yeah.
I do like Empire picking Death Prophet versus the Doom. Generally, you're going to get off the Spirit Siphon. You'll almost always get off the Exorcism. Like, it's pretty rare I've seen a Death Prophet Tota than able to cast those. Considered one of the better heroes versus Doom, but it's still tough. You still need some sustain and good farm to survive.
Yeah. The Darkseer Doom is a really nice combo.
Yeah, just throw that Ion Shell on him around like when he gets like level 3 and just run at their safe lane. So Empire trying to ban out those heroes that can just snowball and take over the game relatively early. They ban out the Jug. We saw that quite successful for Madar, even at defeat, did a lot of work in game number 2. And they also ban out the Puck, something that Thug was really impressive with in game 1. So very targeted bans. And these teams have played a lot lately. I mean, you look back at the Manila Major qualifiers, there was a really tight 3-2 series with Empire barely edging Ad Finem out. I think that one went like 7 hours in total. So they definitely know each other well. They're not afraid to adapt their picks and bans to the way their opponents are playing.
Hey, that went to 5 games.
Yeah. I do want to point out the Bounty Hunter was also allowed through this game, which we saw the IO Bounty Hunter banned last game. I guess Empire figuring maybe they could take it if they could take the Doom if Ad Finem went for the Bounty Hunter, but not the case. And also, I don't think have we seen this Disruptor ban yet this series? I don't think we have.
I don't think we have either, but I know Empire loves that hero.
Very good support against the Darkseer for relatively early kill potential, I suppose. So Void.
I think it'll have something to do with what Ad Finem's planning on taking.
Any particular carry that comes to mind that goes really well versus a Disruptor? Or rather that gets punished by one?
I'd say Slark's probably pretty annoying.
They have run Ember a decent amount as well. I'm probably going to grab the Bane. Now I know you and I were discussing it in game 1. We didn't really like the way Empire ran the Bane last time, but this time they also have an Earth Spirit rather than a Phoenix, so it's a very different scenario.
You can get a lot more done in the early laning phase.
10 seconds remaining.
Third pick for Ad Finem.
And just secures. Yeah, you have strong lanes and the ability to kill inside lanes, which is really nice to have.
And they also have some ways to deal with like potential Doom pressure on the Death Prophet if he decides to rotate in. And I've seen teams that do like to move that big old boy about quite a bit. But this time, Ad Finem going back for the Queen of Pain, I think was banned versus Empire last game by Ad Finem, but it does slip through here.
That hero does get owned by Disruptor.
Yeah.
And Night Stalker, to be honest.
So definitely seems like the bans had some great thought behind them for Ad Finem. So we'll see if Empire get any more tools to deal with Quap. Pretty heavy on the team fight right now for Ad Finem. Some long cooldowns here. Doom, Sonic Wave, and the wall less important, I guess, but still long cooldown. So what do Empire want to do? You mentioned Ramsey's not playing well from behind. His signature gyrocopter is available. Is that something you would consider? Is there another hero you like?
I was thinking that exactly, actually.
Really?
I feel like Jug is a natural counter to gyro, because you can spin through all of his damage for the most part, and Just kill him with Omni most of the time. Oof, an axe.
So,
Interesting.
so they're gonna save the Ramses hero for last, it looks like, with a probable afterlife axe. What happened to the Nature's Prophet for Empire? They were running it a lot, but I have not seen it much lately. Like they ran it for afterlife in the off lane. They were running it safe lane as well. Can you think? Is there any reason why they like would be picking it less, or just preference? You think?
I think mostly just preference, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm just puzzling over this axe
10
pick because
seconds remaining.
this is a really hard game for axe.
5
And I believe they ran this
seconds
already, and they didn't really utilize the hero the way I think it has to be for it to win games. It's got one of the worst win rates in competitive Dota right now.
What's his win rate in pro play?
I'm not sure, but I know it can't be higher than like 30, 40%. Probably even less, to be honest. Let me check.
Yeah, you know, Oracle actually has a really bad win rate too. It's like 40%, but some teams run the hero really well. So it's interesting how a hero that has such a poor win rate is still ban-worthy in a lot of games.
5 seconds remaining.
At Finem working on their 5th final ban. They did remove the Sven
Reserve time.
Empire, so they don't want that big combo to go with the Darkseer. And I mean, could well be still a gyro pick. As for Ad Finem, what do they need here to round out the draft? Looking for a safe lane hero for Madara, maybe someone that goes well with an Ion Shell. I was thinking Ember, but with the Bane and the Axe, they have a lot of control for Ember. Would you consider like a Spectre this game if you're Ad Finem?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I actually think Spectre might just be a hero worthy of first 2 picking. I'm not sure, to be honest. I
Really?
see that hero constantly winning games.
When he normally gets picked like 4th or 5th, right? Or maybe 3rd.
Yeah.
Like pretty late in most drafts.
No, but Newbie did it against, I can't remember who. They just picked Doom Spectre as their 1-2. And
just like,
They
alright,
just
we are going to win the
crushed.
late
10
game.
seconds remaining.
We will just press R and delete your team.
Yep,
5
and that was
seconds
Doom,
remaining.
I think a nerf or 2 ago as well, so don't know if it makes much of a difference. They banned the gyro, that would have been a solid pick for Empire. Slark,
So that's up the Slark. So,
another hero disruptor kind of owns.
yeah, I mean, I guess
you go
you
at Finem, man. They planned it out.
they had the script written from moment 1, it seems. How to Empire respond. Don't really have any AoE damage here, so not many. I guess a little from Earth Spirit Axe, but definitely not much. Feels like they're light on tools to control a Slark, to kill him. It's looking like a good Slark game if he gets past the laning stage.
They could go tough. Maybe they'll go anti-mage. That's what Secret would do.
Do you think it's what they should do? Well, they have not done it. They have gone for the Lone Druid. I mean, I'm always a big fan of LD myself, so
One would imagine.
keeps me relevant, you know.
I think that's what China would do.
Pick one.
Newbie loves picking Lone Druid.
Okay, you just
Lots of
refer to
regions
China
favor
as like
different
this,
heroes.
this just like monolithic like blob.
I don't know, man. China's actually looking pretty scary nowadays. This will be a really interesting major because it's just
Yeah.
gonna roll straight into TI.
Yeah,
With
you know,
massive implications.
well, it isn't
on
it
who gets
isn't
the TI.
it is an even year, you know, and the pattern has been that a Chinese team wins every even year.
Mhm.
On TI2, TI4, can they do it again in TI6?
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. A lot of people betting on the Koreans, man. They're gonna break
5
the cycle,
seconds remaining.
or maybe add to it.
I guess we'll find out soon enough. But for now, we're over in Europe, guys. This is the Summit 5 European qualifiers. Winner of this will play the winner of Alliance versus VP. I believe that's either tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, actually. But before we get to that game, we get to pause and think about our lives. How's Florida treating you, buddy?
It's pretty nice, man. It's getting a little hot, you know. Summer's approaching, but
I know the Swedes
No,
seem
it's
to
sunshine.
really like it there. A lot nicer than
it's.
a lot nicer
Man.
than Sweden as far as the weather goes.
I think they were in Sweden a week or two ago, and it was snowing, I believe.
Oh, God, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
It was nice when I went to Sweden. Everyone speaks English, which is great for people like me who speak no useful
American.
languages.
Exactly.
American
I'm so
is
jealous.
this is the name of the language. No, I
keep
speak French, but not very practical since I haven't actually traveled to France at all, aside from the airport, which I hate. That is the worst airport in Europe, by the way.
It actually is.
Charles de Gaulle.
Heathrow sometimes is terrible too. That one's crapshoot.
I haven't had the pleasure. But, all right, back on track. Game 3, Swindle coming in. You said you favored at Finem after seeing the draft. Do you still favor them?
A lot's going to depend on this Quap, who actually didn't get any region. Yeah, they're going to give it to him now. Good job, supports.
30 seconds to battle.
Opting not to go for the Fairy Fire, 3 stats instead, so that'll probably be an early magic wand.
Mm-hmm.
He dies really easily to Earth Spirit DP though.
Yeah,
That's
they actually have
concern.
the lockdown to kill him if he's not careful.
And Slark also is the sort of safe laner that needs a lot of help. Oh, but Axe is just gonna jungle. Okay.
Iron-
then I'm gonna pressure
Oh,
the
wow.
Slark.
Iron Talon X.
There you go.
The battle begins.
Iron Talon has officially reached ridiculous status. Even great natural junglers are buying it now. I wonder how much it increases your farming efficiency as an X. Probably a lot for those first couple camps.
Yeah, it's pretty considerable. Makes it a lot easier to take centaurs specifically. Those are like a death sentence to junglers, but with Iron Talon, it's a lot easier.
Everything's easier with Iron Talon. I feel like there's some good commercials to be made about this item. Some dank ones, perhaps. But yeah, we'll find Alpha Wolves. We'll get right to work on them. So Afterlife will be
Helps a lot.
jungling. It's going to be a free farm Slark. And Skylark is actually occupying the off lane here, but up against the lone druid tri-lane, it seems like he's going to likely be under more pressure. So it's basically Saw Spartan just getting a free jungle. No contest. We're going to have the same free farm Doom we did in game number 1. Will he have the same impact? That is the question.
Oh, sorry, I was watching Afterlife Jungle. I got really distracted.
Are you
think he did
are you
this.
happy with his jungling?
Radiant's bottom
I am
tower
pleased.
is
I
under
thought he was gonna
attack.
miss a stack, and I was gonna call him out for it, but he's doing well.
Just-
This is actually.
I like how
really
you're just
effective-
sitting there waiting to flame, hoping someone makes a mistake.
I mean, I'm just, trying to see people's technique. Like,
Mhm.
there are people who have different philosophies on how to jungle, man. My brother does this in practice mode. I mean,
Yeah. Are
The
you
duo.
happy with his philosophy on jungling?
I think so. He just kind of tries everything until it works.
Afterlife with this camp should be relatively quick level 3 and change. Maybe even going to give Kanar a bit of experience, but already Spartan is doing Spartan things.
There's
This
a dude,
guy,
though.
this guy just lives in the enemy jungle, and he might actually, if Afterlife gets caught at an awkward fog of war angle, be in trouble. But Spartan, oh, Afterlife's going to bait him a bit. There's 3 heroes here. They want to punish. They were expecting this. And they are moving in. Dr. grabbing an invis and heading towards mid. In the meanwhile, they're going to roll on Spartan. Try to kill him off. Can they get in range for that Berserker's call? There's the stomp. Heads to the right, but he gets slept anyway. And
Eat the creep, eat
Afterlife
the creep.
still looking for it. There's the stun. Now the follow-up from the spin, and Afterlife will end up going down. Did not eat the creep. But while that was happening, they also get the kill mid. So the invis word pays off. And it ends up being a 1-for-1 with a mid laner going down in exchange for a support. And Axe has to go... Actually, he's a salve, so it doesn't have to heal, but it's very low.
And this is so the axe is getting really big because he's just free from the jungle, but it allows Slark a completely free lane, and as you can see, the Witch Doctor is then able to just go mid, help kill the Death Prophet. This is what running a passive jungler can do.
Yeah, I guess in good news, Spartan, not only does he die, but it's time he's not spending farming and quickly getting his levels, but he's going to go right back to scouting and harassing the Axe, even dropping the Hill Ward down. So he sees what Afterlife's up to, immediately going to paint it out. And he may move
Sharing
it
it.
again. Yeah, I'm going to take that experience. I'm going to try and steal a creep. Give me that. Thank you very much. I said good day, sir, indeed.
Go. I'll take it.
I mean, Doom's pretty... I guess he's one of the better counter junglers, also because he can just eat the big creep, and if you're not around when he does that, he just gets the free experience as well. Oh, mid lane, the punish comes again. Scandal Can he get the job done with the siphons? He's trying to retreat. The double siphon coming out.
Oh, come on, Quap. Quap's got to get that kill.
Thug did not want to go for it. Now the sleep and the counter gang. Call here. Afterlife with the spin, and will be enough for the kill. So, at Finem, putting a lot of emphasis on the pressure here mid and in the jungle, and not having the best success. Got the first blood, but now give you up a freebie. In good news, though, Madara is free farming. Looks like the Aquila's coming, and then we'll see. I've seen him get quite a few Midases, but I mean, you mentioned like, you know, we could also take that early Shadow Blade potentially. So curious to see what direction he takes it here on the Slark.
It's interesting because I've watched Kyo play this hero a lot, and in this sort of role, he would always just actually go no boots Midas. I'm curious to whose strategy is best.
Scandal in trouble. Now netted. The hate continues. Scandal just getting tri-laned mid. So, well, although Afterlife farming well, the other good news is that Lone Druid is too. So they are getting something with the early Midas out in Ramses now, but poor Death Prophet is going to be trouble. Only 14 CS here at 5 minutes. What's that?
That he doesn't go Midas here. It might come back to haunt him.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Lone Druid, well, he already has his, so he could have had it at exactly the same time as he had a free lane, but he kind of has to go for like something early to make moves around the map for this to pay off. Because late game, I'm fairly certain Empire takes it pretty easily.
All right.
Although, I don't know, it's Doom.
Are we going to see a root? Are we going to see a root? Give me a root. Give me a root. Give me a root.
Sick body blocks.
Yeah, nice body blocking. Walk the bear there too. A little bit. Oh, that's kind of awkward. Spartan now, is he going to deny himself the neutrals? There's the surge away from around the tree line. Skylark giving Spartan a little boost. And we'll bring him back to safety. Nicely done there. And now bottom lane Afterlife going for the call on the Slark. But Miposhka not going to commit on that. It's not up to Rolling Boulder. So we're at that point now where there's a little bit of kill potential here for Ramses. Does have the ability to entangle. Didn't get the RNG he needed there though. And there's a boulder roll on the bottom lane, and it's straight into Madara again. They are hating on this Lark. There's the call. They do not have a calling blade just yet though, and Madara's going to be fine. He's actually probably looking to turn here on Miposhka. Jumping back in, has the ultimate, hanging onto it, waiting until the last possible moment. Doesn't actually even have to use it. So Afterlife, again, they can't get the kill on him. Hey, I mean, you mentioned Slark having to put pressure out, but if they're just going to come and feed him a free kill, all the better. No time wasted, can go right back to farming the lane.
That's really, really good patience. That's something that not many players possess.
Yeah, I feel like pretty much everyone would have shadow danced there.
Yeah, exactly. He knows he's nothing to fear, and like what the enemy team's capable of. Doesn't, knows axes in level 6.
Spartan is underleveled though compared to what we saw last time. I think last time it was like level 5 and change. This time only 4, but this is where the Darkseer comes in. They'll give him an Ion Shell. They'll give him a bit more time in the lane as Adfina moving in mid. Cast. Oh, it's not going to bounce. Miposhka though with that Maledict is going to take a lot of tower damage. May do it just to the tower damage. And Maledict, it's level 2 actually. Not quite enough. If they can get one blink, scream off. Oh, he runs down to the south, then blinks in. Does secure the kill, but with the Siphon going, this could be trouble for Thug. Into the trees, there is another Spirit Siphon ready to go. One more charge. Blink cooling down, 5 seconds. A duel on the high ground with Ramses from the low ground poking him with the Lone Druid. He'll get that one. So Ramses on track for a very fast relic at this rate with the early Midas grab. And now another kill.
And this is the sort of game Ramses excels at. This is when this guy is really, really, really scary.
Just give him a free lane, give him a free kill, let him get an early Midas.
He's been farming efficiently, allowed supports to get his lane top at a point, like currently, and rotated to the jungle efficiently. And I don't know, he just doesn't miss last hits, like really mechanically talented. So it's not easy, okay. Madara at 71 though. He's been doing an excellent job as well. He has not left this lane once in the entire game.
Yeah, he's at that point where we're going to find out soon what the build he has in mind is. Up to about 1,300 gold. So if it is something aggressive like a Blink or a Shadow Blade well underway, If he does want to go back for Midas, I suppose still possible here, but it would be quite late with the Treads End also complete, and well, it's going to be Shadowblade. So pretty much tells the story of how Finem want to play this game. Once he gets that, got to imagine they're going to be looking for kills, looking to apply pressure, and trying to fight all over the map.
I don't know what Scandal's going to go for. He's actually still slightly behind. Bop, however, doesn't really have the CS like she was dominating the lane, but it's pretty difficult against DP, to be honest, even with an advantage.
Yeah, and he's gotten help too. Like, Thug's gotten a lot in the mid lane, still only up 6 CS, and hasn't exactly been racking up the kills here. 2-1.
Afterlife's closing in on his blink. That's a big item for them. And the Darkseer is actually having a really tough game. Skylark 21 CS. He hasn't died. Like, he's actually not been involved in the game at all, but he's just really behind. What was he doing? Was he just offlane and yeah?
Yeah, he was. They were committing 2 supports there a bit. I think they also warded the pull, but yeah, he's struggled. Definitely has not had a free lane by any means. Oh, bottom lane though, the action breaking out, Afterlife ever so low. Will take down to the Maledict, and Madara again able to just dodge away from these ganks, barely surviving. The sleep goes on maybe next time. But I don't know if there's much follow-up as Madara healing up in the trees. He's going to look to jump in again. Death Ward committed, has the ult ready, and will grab the kill. Bane looking like he wanted to brain sap and maybe try grip after that, but that was never going to happen.
Nope. Slark is so scary, man.
And it's like
This hero is
a free farm snowballing kind of situation now. Fed 1-0 and 2. Can they deal with the Slark with a level 4 Ion Shell just running at them in the mid game?
I have no idea. I really respect this item build as well. Buying a Midas is just so much easier, but in
It like
theory,
feels safer, you know.
yeah, but in theory, it's better to play like this, but you just can't make mistakes because you won't naturally scale. So it's just all your timings are 4 minutes faster, but now you have to capitalize on them. But if it works, it's because you're playing really well, so it's really fun to watch. You're just gonna run a base, TP somewhere, get Ion Shelled, and try and kill stuff.
Yeah, Shadowblade online, like you said, so
Level 11.
fun time is about to begin here. Level 11, they have access to Doom now. They even have the ward set up mid, and Scandal is about to get hated on. Doesn't even have Exorcism yet, and wouldn't likely matter if he did, as Plop lunges in, drops the ult, drops the Doom, and deletes the Death Prophet. It might cost them Spartan, but if that's how it settles, they'll be okay with that. Madara now moving in under cover of Shadowblade. He gets the jump on Knar, but he's chosen a tanky target. Not an easy kill by any means. The Ion Shell even on him. The Death Ward comes through. They're going to take this one all the way. Madara ever so low, but he just managed to Shadow Dance. Gets away. Juking back through the river. Swarms his way out to safety. So it's a 2-for-1. 2 cores down. They only lose a support Doom, and they force the Lone Druid to rotate. But Ramsey's still pretty close to the Relic here. 12 minutes. Already 3,000 gold.
Wow. That is so fast.
Like, and he's coming to fights, too.
That hero is terrifying, man. I don't know. There's so many good heroes in Dota. I'm afraid of everything. International tournaments are so difficult.
Who are you, and what'd you do with the Swindlezz of like 2 hours ago? You know, you're all bluster and trash talk. Now you're afraid of everything. Cowering in the corner.
Dota's in a really interesting place, and there's so many really powerful heroes that you can just completely ignore or have to first ban, depending on what your enemy wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like, even looking at this series, the bans changed completely from game to game. Like, Bounty Hunter banned first phase one game, completely ignored the other. Disruptor randomly getting banned. I mean, there was a purpose to it, but it felt like it was out of nowhere in game 3. The teams are definitely adapting a lot from game to game in these series. And now Slark on the prowl. This is the Madara show. But he's going to run past the Sentry Ward here. Oh, he finds Afterlife. Gets the pounce off with the Ion Shield damage. He's got a TP instantly. I think he gets out. Very well done. If you hesitate for even a second there, you're probably dead. Meanwhile, mid. The grip goes on Spartan. They're going to commit here onto the Doom. They also pop the Exorcism right as Miposhka rolls in. And Madara still wants to fight this. He's going to jump towards Knar. No. Sees that Death Prophet ult and decides to back away. But Scandal busy cleaning up backliners as he runs down the Witch Doctor too. And with the Exorcism going, might be able to push elsewhere in the Roche Pit. Thug going to kill off the Earth Spirit. So make it a 2-for-1. but a tower may be in danger as well. Ramses almost has Relic now, just 100 gold short. He's really rushed for it. And it looks like it's going to pay off. Tower, last hit goes his way. That is the Radiance well under construction as Madara TP's in. And Madara's going to chase. Scandal, still the Ghost going. Really the dream timing. Finally, they will dissipate, but now they find Skylark. The Dark's here mid. He's just food. Gets deleted almost instantly. This Angry Bear wants a snack, and Madara might be next on the menu. No, can't quite finish him off. Have to back away. But Empire just really fearlessly taking fight after fight. And it works out this time.
I really wish Madara had replaced his shield with a wand for that fight. He would have had the mana to do a lot more work and damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But either way, that was
Generally,
actually
I mean, generally you
well done by
see
both
like
teams.
2 mana items, right? Like an Aquila and I guess one normally, or some sort of stats item. Like we've seen, I guess less of the drums nowadays, but
You'll see bottle to replace it.
yeah. Even on a safe laner, we do see the bottle slark sometimes. Oh, roll on to Spartan. Here comes the engage. Which way is he going to go? He's juking left. He's juking right. He is, barely going to live. No, the Magnetize finishes him off. So they have to go on this fight without the Doom. And that means Madara won't have the backup he needs. He gets close to getting some kills here, but I guess the Air Spirit. But now, elsewhere, grip onto Thug. They're going to find the Queen of Pain now. Back to the Slark. Trapped under the tower. He has popped the ultimate, though, so they can't focus him during this time. The tower gets denied, though, by Ramses, and now they're going to cage Madara, try to finish him off. Skylark also getting slept up, who really feels like a non-factor this game. Just a walking support hero, throwing Ion Shells at Madara and then dying. Dark's here not getting much done, and nowhere near the mech. He's even with the Bane on net worth.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And
under attack.
Madara's tread swapping flawlessly in all these fights. He's actually got really good mechanics.
Unfortunately, not good enough to win that fight, though.
Oh, come on, man.
There's only so
Just
much you can do.
Yeah.
This is where the Midas.
like
This is
saying-
where like you'd like to have the Midas, you know. So if anything goes slightly wrong, you have that insurance policy.
It's like in basketball, you know, you can play good defense and the guy you're guarding can still score. It's just that's just life. Doesn't mean you're playing bad. Maybe they're just playing good too. And it just beats what you're doing.
The swindle
that day.
wisdom. No, I agree. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah. No worries. Casual buckler on Doom. Really like that item. Lots of raindrops being purchased. Some teams always get them.
Is
and
raindrops
some teams
making
completely
it?
ignore them.
Is raindrops making a comeback? I feel like this item was talked a lot about when the patch dropped. Hardly anyone has really bought it, but I've seen a lot more of the just casual, like even late game raindrops. I've seen like 5 slotted heroes grabbing raindrops to fill up their inventory. Are you a believer in the raindrops?
I mean, they give you some pretty nice base mana regen, and theoretically you can prevent a lot of damage from them. It's just they take up an item slot, which a lot of heroes can't afford. There's so many really good value items at the moment, such as Casual Buckler. And if you're a support, wards and smokes and TP. Sad life.
So a disconnection here from our Axe. Afterlife. He's abandoned us. Overall state of the game, Swindlezz. We've got a really fast Radiance Midas. As I think he's got the whole thing completed now. So Ramses is in great shape. We're seeing Scandal kind of claw his way back into the game. Has managed to get level 11, has the point booster. Still behind, but not out of it by any means. Looking a couple steps forward as to how the game's going to develop. Are you comfortable with Empire's position? Do you feel like they've gotten enough done here? Or are you still fearing the ad Finem snowball?
I'm not sure, to be honest. It depends on how this lone druid accelerates. Whether or not they win this first fight with Radiance.
So, like, do you see them on a timer where they're the team that has to get things done now? Up against, like, a late-game Slark Doom, or can go either way?
It really could go either way. The big question mark is the co-op, because I'm just personally not a huge believer in that hero. I think you have to get a lot done, and Thug's played a good game, but I don't know if it'll be enough. They're already at Roche. I don't think they're going to sniff this one out either.
Well, they are smoking towards top because that's where Skylark is busy trying to catch up, finish that late but still relevant mech. So yeah, it will be essentially a free Roshan for Empire here. Don't even think they're going to get a tower trade, as they're only now arriving at a full HP tower with a glyph online. We'll have to see if they want to defend. Yep, Roche taken, and Spartan immediately turns tail and runs. But Madara does have a DD, so maybe they do get the tower. Yeah, it looks like Empire are not going to defend. They're going to rotate bottom. They'll take a tier 1 instead. Or will they? Spartan
If they
wants
defend
to...
this, that's a really gutsy move. I'd really like to see that, though.
He's defending into an Aegis. There is no Exorcism, so Death Prophet not as relevant. But.
This is very questionable positioning by Spartan.
Well, clearly they're calling that they're going to force a TP and then go defend, because he's sticking around here. There's the leap out. And... okay, or Spartan's just going to run into 4 heroes by himself and feed. That works too.
That was destined.
I think he wasn't expecting the tower to die quite as quickly, but there's a lone Druid with the Radiance here, man. That thing dies fast. Still, it may work out okay as they run down the axe and now look for Scandal in the trees as their way to cancel this. Dark's here with the level 1 vacuum, just barely able to clip him with it. That's 2 cores down. How is this working out? That looks like a clear just feed, but Spartan making things happen even from the grave. Do they lose Skylark though? The Radiance, it's close, it is enough. Now pulling the bear back. Can they focus down Ramses? The Death Ward committed, but insta-root.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta hate your life right now, but Madar's there to salvage the fight. They get the boulder kickoff. Now Madar needs to run and hide. Ideally, no Thug wants to engage, but he's been silenced. Orchid will go down. He gets rooted. They're just feeding this bear. Hungry bear. Triple kill for Ramses. All right, that's like Assault Cuirass well under construction if that's what he wants. And now joining the fight to his Spartan. They'll kill off that Spirit Bear. Really more of a hero bear with the amount of damage it's dealt in this particular fight. Looking for that next route. Lacking the boots to really keep up though. How does a bear with no boots do so much work? I do not know.
This is so well played by Ramses.
Imagine if he has them.
Like he's constantly auto-attacking with his Baron fights. It's not simple as it sounds. He's also not putting himself in danger and getting good fears off.
So it ends up being a 4-for-4 with an Aegis also being sniped. Overall, Finem probably pretty happy with that. But Ramses did get a triple kill.
Buy a wand. LD, he has to buy a wand. He's killing me. He has 2 empty item slots right now.
He's got the silver edge now, so you get like at least he has some in. But you still think he needs it?
It's so much, man. 17 to charge.
value.
Or 15 to charge.
The
17 to
value.
charge.
Think of
Exactly. You can use it twice in a fight. It's like 400 mana. That's another 3 rounds of Slark abilities. And he's running out of mana in fights, you know?
And just to trigger you further, I can tell you he has not bought a mana item. Don't get mad. Just breathe. Oh, Madara moving in. They did scout him out, I think, and they're still going to make this move on Thug. The silence comes through. The double silence. But he still blinks out. And may go down to the Magnetize. Yep, next boulder gets dropped. That's a clean kill. Madara just driving by. Lays some flowers at the grave of his fallen friend Thug. And backs away.
And I think I've brought this up before, but Silver Edge is a great item against DP because you actually make his ultimate deal less damage. 5 seconds. The ghosts do 50% less. So if they just go for the Death Prophet, they once again don't have any save on Empire, so theoretically they could just kill him in that duration.
I wonder if he'll be able to find the Death Prophet though, as Empire are 5-manning around that hero right now, and running in Slark, bit dicey.
They have Radiance and Vlads up right now on the bear. He is so farmed.
And he's on his way to an AC. Like, you could just see Empire right now in the driver's seat, going for, it doesn't have to be a push strat, but it's seeming like it will morph into one with that critical triple kill now. They begin to lay into the top tower. They will grab that as well. Completed Yule's coming out for Scandal. So the items are coming together for Empire, and they're positioned to take this game, and with it the series. Feels a lot more stable now. It's Finem pushing out side lanes, trying to stall, as the Dire Courier did end up getting sniped, I think, deep back in the lane by Madara. Didn't actually see what it had on it, though. My Courier Haki got rebound with the new heroes. Did you catch it by any chance?
I did not.
Dire's bottom tower is under
I
attack.
think it was oh, I think it was the remainder of the Yules. No, he already got the Yules. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, anyway, Courier dead, so they get something, but they do give up another tower. It's just 2 free towers for Empire.
It's so hard to fight the Lone Druid right now. He's power spiking super hard. Radiance is an amazing item.
And he got it mega fast with the Midas first as well.
Especially when you have your root first on as well. When you're playing against a Quap and you just first hit root him and he can't blink for 3 seconds.
Yeah, that was a bootsless bear that first hit a Quap and then he just died. Instantly dead.
It's very detrimental to your health.
Very detrimental. Should come with a warning label.
I actually think Quap goes Manta in this game.
Definitely not FDA approved.
You gotta be able to dispel silences and the root.
Manta BKB?
Yep.
You think both?
Maybe not
Why not
both.
like
I think
Yules?
Manta Lifesteal AC. That's the Chessie build right there.
Okay. I don't think that's the Thug build. But I guess we're going to find out. So Spartan does complete his Vanguard. Looks like he will again be going for the Crimson Guard for the team. But Ad Finem just are not really able to force fights, it feels. They do have a BKB on Madara, so a tool that lets him get in a bit. Even more so focused on the early to mid game with these items.
But they can't really take fights, but the BKB purchase, they really have to right now. Problem is he can still get rooted, LD.
Just gotta believe in the RNG. It worked for Ad Finem almost in the comeback last game where the rush respawned at the perfect time. But it does feel like it doesn't feel like an Ad Finem game because they want to be playing up tempo. They want to be playing with the advantage. Generally a team that tries to completely like snowball by 20 to 30 minutes. The lineup can go late for sure, but it just feels like the team is more struggling. Oh, they're going to find what could be a sweet pick here to start things off on the Doom. Spartan just walked right into it last time. It actually paid off for the team. Will that be the case this time around? Quaffle coming through and Slark into the back lines. He's committed to the BKB. The back comes out. A lot of opportunity here for Ad Finem to mow some heroes down, but so far it's only the Axe dead. Madara leaping in again, committing for this. He'll get the second kill to fight. That 10-second BKB is paying off thus far, but now he's just got to pray he doesn't get rooted. Well, they will Silver Edge retreat out, and elsewhere on the backside, maybe next time. See you later. A 2 for 3 with the 10-second BKB committed, but Madara wanting to go back in. And the Death Prophet ult, the Exorcism ending soon. Is there any way to cancel that TP? Doesn't seem so. And even a Savage Roar to keep him back. So they can't get the cleanup kills. And unfortunately, with Doom dying to start the fight, they couldn't really get that additional kill they were hoping for.
Yeah.
Kind of an off game for Spartan with just walking in and getting picked off a bit.
I mean, I've done that too, man. It just happens sometimes when you're Doom.
It's I mean, it's just with him, like he's normally so good with his positioning. I very rarely am like, oh, Spartan was out of position there, but just one of those games, like you said. Unfortunately, a pretty important hero for them as well. Like, that's where the Lone Druid and the Death Prophet are really nice, though. They're not great Doom targets. So, got to give credit to the Empire draft for the matchups it presents. There's a blink attempt on the bottom lane. They wanted to make a go on Thug, but instead, they're likely to lose Kanar here. Oh, Madara has the BKB. It's going to be okay for now, and Thug chases. Does not have the ultimate available. Instead, they're going to go for the Afterlife kill. And with the Ion Shield damage, it's a bit too much. Not going to be able to TP out. He will fall. So they get that kill.
Towers.
And that should be a tier 1.
Wasn't even there. He's pushing top.
He's going to have ulti soon. He may be able to draw them back with if he wants to commit an Exorcism.
However, Slark has 15 stacks of his passive right now. So this is, if you're AF, you want to continue to fight and push right now. Down to 10, but still strong for quite some time.
Now they will be getting the tier 1 pretty much for free. Scandal still pushing out that top lane, and they're going to settle for just the tier 1. So the TPs get forced back. Going to play this one slow and safe. And Ad Finem biding their time. So we do have another Roshan now. Wondering if Empire are thinking about going for that. Also going to see Ramses, I think, complete assault Kuras coming soon. Hyperstone picked up, has the money for the recipe, just needs the plate mail. Do you just go again if you're Empire? Does Deathball with an Aegis, or you content farming more? How are you feeling about their chances as this game goes out?
I think you just go, to be honest. You don't let Doom and Darkseer just catch up. Right now, I think you're in a pretty dominant position, especially when they get the AC. I don't think there's a Vlad's on AF. Yeah, there isn't, so those items are a 15 armor differential. That's a big deal in Dota 2.
Yeah, especially when there's so much physical damage flying around in this one, and towers to be killed. Miposhka gonna scout out this ad Finem rotation. They're still moving in. They drop the Observer Ward, but not quite in range with the Doom. Madara's even gonna engage. They plant down a sentry. Oh, gotta watch out. Watch for the root. He gets the root at the same time the call happens. Actually, almost a fortunate root for Spartan to prevent him from getting dragged farther away from his team. Does he manage to cast the Doom? The call bolt coming through. They can't keep him alive. It was close, but no cigar. Still, though, 2 for 1. Good counter initiative, but Scandal, he's the problem. Can they kill him? They're gonna try. Madara running in. No BKB. He shadow dances. He commits. He's close to getting this kill. He wants that Scandal. He's gonna find it, but he's gonna cost him a Skylark. Can he solo snowball the fight with Thug here? He just might be able to. The Bear, though, doing work. Brains down the co-op. Madara, one-man wrecking crew here. Can he find the opening? He gets a little dagger poke. Gets the kill. Now can he get out? The root! Not the root! Again, Madara rooted for days and nights. Down he goes. He bought a bash
So
right.
good. His Q doesn't remove it.
Oh,
Oh,
sad.
that's why the hero owns Slark right there. LD.
A sad Slark.
That's very unfortunate.
He almost made it out too, but he did. I think he might have bought his Basher right before dying. Don't think he lost any gold there. Still though,
Look how many.
Ramses
how many
lives and
sentries
gets
are down
another
for Dire.
triple kill. Yeah, I was just like, where does he go? Where does he go? And the issue is that the BKB is getting lower. That's now down to an 8-second charge. So these fights where he runs around forever and then finally gets the kills, not sure he'll be able to kite them as long in the upcoming engagements.
I think this might just be the lone druid show. I agree with you.
Ramses has had 2 triple kills and like, basically the only 2 team fights we've seen. So, and I do want to say we have yet to see a Doom in any of these big fights. So if Spartan gets that out, it could be a different story. But he's just gonna man mode into the pit, just runs in, and Spartan is in a lot of trouble now. Dan gets chopped for his trouble. He'll have some time to think about that back in the well. That is now the 3rd time Spartan has just run in and gotten annihilated. He's feeling a little overconfident here, but perhaps, oh no, a double dunk. That's not great. Oh, they're just kind of feeding.
Man. Can't imagine the response if this was NA Dota. But, you know, that was just, I guess, well played by Empire, you know? Recognizing the Doom was slightly out of position there. Capitalizing.
Slightly is a mild.
Now they're going to go like this.
Just draw a big arrow. Straight down their throats.
Yeah. I actually do that in game because everyone looks at their minimap a lot. And it makes the game plan very clear.
I like it as a caster because that way you know exactly what the teams are thinking. So don't have to speculate. You can be confident in your analysis. Although generally when you see 5 heroes running down the lane, you kind of figure it out anyway.
I hope Empire just recognizes it's go time and they just end the game.
Radiant's bottom
Last
tower
game I think went to like 55 minutes. Could have been over at 35.
Yeah, they did eventually go for that very like confident, ballsy play of smoke ganking the middle racks through backdoor protection for mega creeps, but it took them like 20 minutes before they took the risk. Whereas it feels like they could just go right now. They have Aegis, they have a big gold advantage, they have a great 5-man lineup against a somewhat underwhelming high ground defense, and again Spartan getting silence caught out. This time though he won't die,
No.
but Exorcism's already going, and really who do you doom?
I have to say, Glimmer Cape picked up by Ramses. That's actually so good. I'll explain.
Why, if we get a moment,
Oh.
yeah, but here comes the action. Madara blinking in, or jumping in, I should say. Looking for some aggression, but the Exorcism forced out. Empire didn't quite finish the tower. It's at critical HP, though. And they will be trying for the mass TP out, so they'll force the high ground defense. They'll basically kill a tower. They back away, and they still have, what, 3.5 minutes here or so. So they may get one more shot with this Aegis.
Ooh, Slark. Madara might have this.
He's going deep, and he's just got the range for that pounce before the Shadow Blade. Or the Silver Edge wears off. Give me a bash. Give me a bash. No bash.
Oh my gosh. If that was
If that was the bear, it would have rooted him 5 times.
25% LD. What's the bear? 20, I believe? Yep. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was 5 attacks, I think.
Yeah, if there was no cooldown on the claws, I feel like the kind of game Ramses is having, every hit would have been a root, but... Ah, well. You win some, you lose some.
I don't know, man.
Would you be tilted if you're Madara right now?
It's just unfortunate, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. You just have to accept that. When you play against Alliance, S4 will get a haste rune. You gotta just see it coming and make sure you don't fight him.
So Empire.
Fight the life.
Actually, I mean, I mentioned possibly time. They actually have the Octarine up on Scandal, so Exorcism already ready. So they're gonna have tons of time here with the Aegis. 2 full minutes, and they're going straight down bottom. Can Ad Finem defend round 2? And I'm gonna ask you because every fight we see Spartan basically getting picked off right away. Has not cast a Doom, I think, in 3 or 4 fights. Who should he be dooming? Lone Druid's obviously not a great target, and he's got the Aegis. Death Prophet keeps on popping Exorcism before the fights start. Do you even bother dooming those heroes? Do you just try for a support?
I think you doom the axe and target the Death Prophet.
Oh, Savage Roar.
Shit.
Just ready to go. And they're going to Skylark, actually getting caught out here by the Death Prophet. The Doom goes head on to Afterlife, but it's already after they've lost the Slark. He's going to buy back instantly. Tries to engage, maybe next time. Will end up going down. Thug trying to chase back the Earth Spirit, but hasn't done too much damage here. He's hanging on to the ultimate, though, very patiently. Wants to find these big kills. They have committed a lot with that buyback. They got to get something. The Melee Rex also down. Afterlife will die. And now the TP out. So they get out fairly cleanly, losing the Axe, losing the Bane, but not losing the Death Prophet yet. Madara's going to try to change that, though, but this Death Prophet's just too fast. She's even got the Yule Scepter and the Shadow Dance, or rather the Silver Edge about to end, so he won't get in range in time. Does not successfully
Only he
get
had
the
a
kill.
blink too, man.
Yeah, it feels like he needs that extra bit of chasing mobility.
Mm-hmm. Like, lack of a Scotty hurts as well.
I mean, this is the downside to the build, you know, as
Yep.
you were talking about. You
Downside
go
of the
Silver Edge,
Midas.
you go BKB. If you're fighting a lot and you don't get the complete snowball on kills, then your economy is just not where it would be if it's a Midas, or even if you go for like a Scotty over a BKB as your second item.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing well. He's 7, 2, and 10. He's had a high impact on the game. Hasn't made many mistakes, but Lone Druid's had a Midas for 30 minutes now. And Lone Druid's up about
6,000
in net worth.
Yeah.
think
Getting
like 4
two
of that
triple
is the
kills and
Midas.
not dying hasn't hurt, but
Yeah.
the Midas Radiance definitely, you know, makes its difference as well.
It's just an inevitable power creep that you just have to be prepared for.
Speaking
Quap's
of
also-
creeping, Thug is trying to creep, but Thug is going to get creeped on! See you, painted lady.
Below the grip though.
Does have the
That's
buyback.
something.
Actually, it does have the buyback, so they maybe could have that very slight power play where there's no grip. But I say slight because Slark, no buyback. Witch Doctor, no buyback. And now Quap, no buyback. So they are missing 3 heroes buybacks going into this one. Working on the Spirit Bear. The Bear hanging strong for the time being, and they glimmer it again. They're going to bring it down pretty quickly. The Infernal Blade, very useful for that. They even forced Evan and kill it off. Ramses has 3 summon, but the tower's already down. And Scandal working on the creep wave. Gonna see Empire back
Empire's
out,
playing
so just
so disciplined.
pop a Quapple, take a tower, or bring it low, back off, reset, wait for your cooldowns, and go again. Like you said, very disciplined.
The supports don't have much either, but they offer a lot of lockdown and control. Both have Glimmer Capes, so... Like, Slark is actually forced to waste an item slot on Dust. Because they lost the gem.
That does not feel good as a Slark.
Nope.
We'll see a medallion now picked up by the Death Prophet, so... Ooh. Wait, Death Prophet bought one? Oh, okay. So, just looking to make the bear even tankier, quite possibly, or herself, and maybe help secure the Roche a bit easier, but can see the way Scandal's itemizing. Like, he's not interested in this one going another 30 minutes. He wants to win the game with one more push, or at least get a critical advantage. BKB on the bear. This is Empire saying, let's kill them.
So I pick up. All of his items are just devoted to winning fights at all times.
Well,
Time is
I mean, it's
really
working,
fast
right?
this
You
game.
know, seems to be the way to go for this team.
The problem is Slark accelerates at like maybe 10 to 16 minutes this game, and if you don't kill the lone druid in that time, you get to the point where you get rooted once and you're kind of screwed. And that's happened a lot this game.
All right,
They're
they're
gonna
going to
go
get the
near
jump this time, though. Can they doom the Bane off to start the fight? That would be pretty sweet. No, they doom the Axe instead. They get the Bane kill. Now they're looking for Afterlife. If they can grab 2 right away, this could be the fight that turns it all around. And they get to work out with the Infernal Blade on Miposhka, bringing down Afterlife 2. That's 2 dead. This could be the comeback for Ad Finem. A third might fall. Miposhka poked and finished off. Ramsey's now in trouble, but they commit buybacks here. Axe going to look to rejoin the fight. The Bane can't, unfortunately, but oh, Afterlife. Can he find that follow-up kill? Scandal getting kited and controlled a bit. They may re-engage here. They're going to throw the Ion Shell out, and if Scandal dies again, oh, this could be disastrous.
Orchid on the axe.
Axe kept out of the fight. Scandal being focused. He's pretty damn tanky, though, courtesy of that Spirit Siphon. Kept alive. Oh, Slark not quite having the firepower to go in. He's going to change targets. He goes for Afterlife instead. Afterlife, though, has the Blade Mail active, and he might be able to dunk him. Oh, he pops the ult just in time. Madara living life on the edge and will be successful. Gets the kill now. Scandal on the run. That's a bold blink by Thug, but he knows it's worth it. If they can get the Scandal kill as well, it could be completely game-changing. Kanar also in danger. Where's the detection? Slark has the gem now, so he's able to easily deal with Kanar, poking him, smacking him down. Now 34 Essence Shift charges. Madara playing Empire like a fiddle, and they take a ballsy as hell fight with 3 buybacks on cooldown, way behind enemy lines. They walk away with an 8,000 to 9,000 gold swing, and all it cost them is some HP on a ranged Rex.
Wow.
We got
That
a ball
was a
game
hell of
now.
a fight.
That was a hell of a fight.
Quab just kind of finished an AC off that if she wants it.
Well, how are you feeling now if you're Empire?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I don't even know, man. Slark's such a good hero in this game. He's actually just pushing mid still. Wait, he's gonna take a tier 2 mid by himself.
34 Essence Shift. He had over 100 bonus agility by the end of that fight.
This is the thing about Slark at later levels too, is you never have any mana or regen issues because you have such good stats. And you just get, you never have to go back to base, so you can maintain those stacks really easily. The enemy team's always forced to be together.
Yeah, even if you don't kill someone, just like farming free Essence Shift off them can be pretty devastating. As, oh, Empire.
There's no gem.
Smoking.
Solar Crystal.
Maybe next time, though, is the one to reveal it. It's not the Slark. A bit unfortunate for them. And that Exorcism just getting preemptively popped as they roll in. They're going to engage directly onto this Madara BKBing early. The Bear BKBing as well. And they do get off a grip on Madara. He's walked into the trap, but he is rather tanky. He's got the Shadow Dance. Can he get out in time? He pops the Shadow Dance. He's stuck. He's not moving, though. Somebody help this man. He leaps to the right. They're going to try to chase him to the ends of the earth. They lost to Doom elsewhere. He didn't get off his ultimate, but he's healing up. And Madara's going to re-engage. Is this Slark going to come back to haunt Empire? They do sleep him. They look to control him. They've got a call cooling down, and they delete him. 110 seconds on the sideline. A very awkward fight where Ad Finem saw Empire coming. The Exorcism gets popped early. They still take the fight anyway. And Slark almost dying, then running back in, and does end up dying. Will they get punished?
Wow, that's the problem playing against Lone Druid and DP. They will get throned if he doesn't have a buyback.
Radiant's
DP ult up to 50. Yep, there's the buyback.
Oh, here's the Doom. But again, the story of this game is Spartan being silenced and not casting Doom. And that story continuing, at least for now. Scandal out in front, though. He's quite far up. No buyback, only for 10 gold. So he will have it even if he goes down. But Madara moves in, aggressively chasing out the Death Prop. But the vacuum back into a pounce. What a combo here. Ad Finem finding another one. And they keep on rolling. They are going to force the DP out and maybe walk into Roche. Maybe try to go down a lane. Creeps are hitting tier 4s, but that's a sacrifice that seems they are willing to make. Death Prophet buyback.
I like that
Effigy's
move.
dying. Not wanting to give Ad Finem any freebies here. But if he dies again, and oh my god, it's happening. The double damage rune from Madara.
Slark has no buyback,
Yeah.
no agility stacks, and DP ults up. Go for it. I like this move a lot.
And
Scan. Killer scan.
yeah, scouts the whole squad moving in. So let's
But
see
they
how they
have
want to
to-
play this. Are they going to converge? They are going to converge. It's Madara out in front. He scouts everything out. The Doom's going to get a decent jump to start this fight, and he is going to Doom Scandal. Scandal didn't manage to get off his exorcism. They basically don't have a Death Prophet for a long time as Madara's going to chase him out. They even get the bash. They lock Scandal down. This could be a buyback for or dieback for Scandal rather, and a disaster if he goes down, and it looks like he will indeed. Now it's the Madara show. 15 essence shift stacks, looking for more. Can they get the bash on Ramsey? Oh, doesn't quite get the auto tech off the silence on Kanar. He also TPs out. But a dieback
Yeah.
on the Death Prophet. 95 seconds without him. And the lane's pushing mid. They could just go for a lane of Rax. Spartan's saying, let's get Rax. Let's maybe even push for more. Team saying, chill, play it safe, get the Roche first.
Man, that's 5 attacks on enemies where a bash lands another kill. He's 0 for 5. On the lone druid too. You know how much that kill's worth right now? Ramses is 10, 1, and 14.
That's a lot of
Doesn't
gold.
get it.
That's a lot of gold. And now Ad Finem sending their Slark strutting up the mid lane. Witch Doctor, he's on base defense, but now he's going to glimmer past the creep wave, trying to sneak in, hopefully bait Empire into thinking that there's one hero not at this fight, and then try to win the game outright, it seems. They're moving in. They're working on the tower. The Doom is cooling down, though. That will not be available for this fight. About 30 seconds to go until Death Prophet's up, so let's see how far Ad Finem want to push the advantage. They will TP in now Afterlife, but he sits very far back, and they look for the engage. There's the vacuum into the quad bolt. They get off the call, though, on Thug, and he starts to drop pretty quickly. He's really hurting himself with that blade mail on the axe, but now Spartan gets jumped on, but it's Madara, and again, just quickly deletes one, turns back to the bear, which will Savage Roar and just run for dear life. But Slark turns back for structures, turns back for objectives now. Madara, again, another leap. Can he get a rage of Maposhka? He's close. He's close. He's got that abyssal. He's going to use it too. Catches out Maposhka, but kicks him back. Well played there. Now rolling forward, well, into his demise. Another death, a gem down. Ad Finem pulling this one out from beyond the grave. They hang on. They might be able to turn it, but now Scandal's up. He's going to come back in. This time, he should be able to get off the exorcism with Doom not even remotely near him if he needs it. Madara just lying in wait, looking to go. 12 essence shift stacks. Does he get more? He lays into Scandal, the Death Ward going as well, but the Exorcism is here. The Bear's working on him. This won't be an easy kill by any means. He's still committing. They turn back for the Bear. Madara in deep, keeps on trying to auto-attack here, but it seems the evasion is just a bit too much on the Death Prophet. He turns back for Ramses. That's an easier kill. We'll grab that one instead. And now maybe next time, juking with Scandal, can't get out. He'll drop as well. It's Scandal versus the world. The Lone Druid going to buy back, tries to rejoin the fight, has the fresh Spirit Bear, summons it immediately. They lock down Madara. Can they finish him off? Oh, yes, sirree, but can they do it again? The Fiend's Grip, not available. The call on cooldown for now, but they have Savage Roar. He leaps out. He will survive. Spartan there to bodyguard his buddy. He's going to sacrifice a gem, end his life to save a Slark. So when everything's done, they do get the melee racks. And it cost them a hell of a lot.
He doesn't know buyback on Doom either. Oh no. Oh, this is the grim moment in a team's life.
Down for a minute.
When you start to watch them walk down mid.
Dum 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 da dum. That's
What
generally how it feels. But
What is Empire doing?
I played the Imperial March for them. They have the power play. How are they not going down mid? Clearly they didn't hear. They're not living up to their name, Swindlezz. I am disappointed.
I don't know what to say.
You've been
Slug really wants an MKB before the next fight. They have 2 evasions. On the
he hit the Death Prophet like, I want to say like 6 or 7 times that fight, where she got the Solar Crest evasion. I think halberded him as well at one point, possibly. He was not getting essence shift stacks off of her, so he must have been missing a lot. And then there's also the Radiance mischance to worry about as well, so definitely seems like a good MKB game. But once he gets that, like, I don't know if they can deal with him.
I wish Atos gave more than 40% like to hit chance. I wish it was at least like 80%, perhaps even no attacks can miss on a target, because evasion's really hard to counter. You have to buy an MKB, and the items they provided are not expensive.
So you wish Atos would do it?
Yeah,
Huh.
just to have some way to counter it.
That's
I
interesting.
think
I mean, Atos is
nice.
really underbought, so I wouldn't mind something that
yeah.
brings
Well,
the
I would
item
say
back a bit.
give it an effect that no attacks on the target can miss for the duration of the slow, and just add an Aquila and maybe a recipe cost so it was balanced. That's my change.
But I mean, you can always just buy a Bloodthorn, dude.
How expensive that is.
That item it's almost as much as a
Late-
Dagon 5, I believe.
Late game Slark going that item is incredibly spooky.
Spooky.
Spooky. It's spooky.
Ooh.
He does finish the MKB, so this is go time. Empire sort of had a chance. Now the buybacks are coming back off cooldown.
Add Finem. Can they do it? They're certainly going to try. They draw the line down mid. The Quap a bit behind the gang, but looking
No
to
buyback
catch
on
up.
the lone druid.
But
That's the
Empire,
target.
at the exact same moment, they smoke out of the base. Hey, Ramses, how you doing, buddy? They get the doom off on Scandal, but it's not before he pops his ultimate, so at least they'll have that for this fight. And then the real action breaks out with Afterlife. Getting focused down early. What a back on 5. So good it lagged the game almost out of existence. And now they turn on to Ramses. They're rushing Scandal back. They're going to kill the lone druid. No buyback either. And Scandal unable to fight without his friend.
Cup, kill.
Add Finem just like that. They've gotten their key kill. It might just be the game. 3 dead. Actually, none of those heroes having the buyback and Scandal, although he'll try to hang on with the Yules after the Octarine to heal him up. He comes back down to Earth. He comes back down into the Infernal Blade. And
Wow.
the Slark Death by 1,000 cuts strat appears to be in full effect now, as they will also chase out the Bane. Oh, even with the buyback. No mercy from the casket. Gets Scandal too. And just like that, Ad Finem have completed a 25 to 30,000 gold swing and a comeback win here at the 50-minute mark.
What a pleasant game to watch, LD. That was good.
That was some quality Dota.
That was. It was just really fluid, entertaining. Just really nice play. Neither team made any critical errors. It's like kids playing Dota, you know what I mean?
Kids definitely played Dota, and the Greek kids won this one. Empire down to the lower bracket now. They will face the loser of Alliance and VP, while at Finem, they move along here. They get revenge for the Manila Major Qualifier 3-2 defeat they had at Empire's hands. And this team, they're not going to make it to this major, Swindlezz, but it feels to me like at Finem are right there at the point where maybe they can't place high at one of the Valve events, but they could definitely compete with all the teams there.
Yeah. I think that experience would also definitely help push them to the next level.
Wow.
They remind me of like MVP Phoenix. With some polish, they could be really solid.
Yeah, completely agree. Well, man, thank you so much for joining me. Guys, you can all follow Swindlezz on Twitter. Swindlezz with 2 Z's, I believe it is. Any shout-outs, closing thoughts here from you, buddy, before I let you go?
Nothing other than stay tuned, because Shazam DC is coming up. Quality NA Dota.
Quality NA Dota.
Definitely watching that.
I'll have my boy Merlini casting with me, of course, for that one. So you can get some rest, and well, you can get mad at Ben because I know you were blaming him for stuff earlier. So. All right.
Thanks for having me on, man. Have a good one.
Swindlezz, thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you soon. American Dota's right around the corner. Stay with us.